What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, man, I want to talk to you guys about Black Ops 6 and Dark Matter. In the background, I hope you guys enjoy some gameplay here. It's the 26 kill victory royale here on Warzone. I was playing boot camp right here. I was playing with some friends, which the friend ended up leaving. He ended up crashing halfway through the lobby, so I ended up playing some randoms. And I carried these randoms, these little kids, to 26 win. So 26 kill win. So it was a pretty good match overall. But yeah, so I want to talk about BO6 and Dark Matter. Have a lot of things planned with BO6 going forward. I know I wasn't going to play it no more, but the people I play with recently have getting into Warzone. And so in turn of getting into Warzone with them and playing it with them, it has unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, encouraged me to get back into BO6 again and just attempt to play it in the slightest. Now, the problem with BO6 is the time to kill is just awful. Going from, I do notice this even more now, so since going back to MP3 and then now coming back to BO6, I've realized just how bad the time to kill really is on BO6. I mean, it's awful. So that's going to be a big hurdle for me going forward, is getting myself accepting the fact the time to kill is awful. And as you guys know, I like to go positive. I'm a guy who goes with high kill games. I don't really care about winning or losing at the end of the day. That doesn't matter. To me, what matters is getting high kill games and feeling I'm actually accomplishing something. So it's going to be hard. Now, I'm going to take this camo grind slow. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to try to be smart about how I go about this. So what I'm going to be doing going forward is going to be focusing all my attention on the headshots, getting those knocked out the way, and focusing on the guns that I actually use for Dark Matter. So getting all the ARs headshots done, which I have a couple of the DLCs to work on still because I didn't play this season. So I did catch up the new guns for Nebula, which was the Kylo, the Ladra, and the Amax. I'm still working on the HDR, but that's a sniper, so I'm not going to really rush towards that right off the bat. But I want to also focus on other guns that I will use. So SMGs, marksmen, snipers, LMG, shotguns, those things. I only need 33, I believe it is, for Dark Matter, so I should be good with just the primaries. But I'll probably end up doing maybe one or two of the pistols for Dark Matter as well. Melees and launchers, I'm just going to use Nebula on them if I have it. If not, I will use the event camo because the event camo is actually pretty good. Not nowhere near as good as the MP3 camos, but still pretty good. So hopefully it won't be too bad of a grind. Now that does mean, because I'm getting rid of launchers and melees, that pretty much all of the base challenges that I have will be headshots and then the 2 special challenges for each gun. But the special challenges I'm planning on doing separately because I can do a bunch of those very quickly. Those don't take very long. And then once that are done, all the guns will work on gold, diamond, and whatever the camo is after diamond. I forget what it's called. And then Dark Matter. So pretty simple overall, but expect content to be really tied towards BO6 going forward, just for a tad bit, at least until the 22nd of May, which is when mods for Armor Reforger drop, and then for about a week or two after that, I'll be focusing a lot of my time on Armor Reforger mods, going over all the mods, all the different servers I play on, etc. So just keep an eye on that, and then obviously there'll be other content sprinkled throughout as well. Going forward for BO6, some of the videos you can expect to see this week and next week are going to be class setup videos. So the first one I'll be working on is all AR zombie builds, and then we're going to go through each category, going over every gun in the categories zombie builds, and then once we do that, we're going to go back through and work on the regular multiplayer builds. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this little informational here in the beginning. I was planning on letting you guys watch the rest of this gameplay out, and let me know, guys, down below what you guys think about the Dark Matter grind becoming back. If you guys have any tips, tricks that you think I should know that I might not know, let me know down below. I'm always interested to hear. And if anyone else is going for Dark Matter, let me know down below. Maybe we can team up and get little 6-mans of camo grinders together. That would be pretty cool. And work on camos together. Maybe our lobbies won't be so sweaty after that. But with that being said, love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. It's been your boy. Peace.